right, we are here at Woodlawn Cemetery. It's Las Vegas' oldest cemetery, established in 1914. It's part of the Pioneer Trail here in Las Vegas. The Pioneer Trail celebrates the early history of Las Vegas, offering a glimpse of the people and places that made Las Vegas thrive. On this map here, it shows 16 spots. I saw 18 on a website online. Here is spot number 14. Until 1914, when the railroad donated land for a city cemetery, people buried the dead in small family plots or on public land just north of the railroad-owned Las Vegas Ranch, east of Las Vegas Boulevard. We got pictured left to right here, some people that are buried here. We'll do a walk around. Prominent local attorney Harley Harmon. We have obviously Harmon Road named after him. Gunslinger Diamond Field Jack Davis. A local farmer Bill Tomasuo, whose produce helped feed those who built Hoover Dam. Others notable are Nick the Greek, a famous gambler who lost $500 million before he died penniless in 1964, and 8 Civil War veterans. Cemetery hours are 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. So over the next few weeks, I am going to start doing this Pioneer Trail stops. I'm either going to do all these 16 or 18, whatever. Probably just do these 16. I think one of them is the Springs Preserve. I've already been there recently, but I'll go back there towards the end. I'll put them up sporadically as I'm doing it, and then I'll put them all together at the end as like one big Pioneer Trail video. So obviously this, well, here we have Sam Gay, Las Vegas' first sheriff, I believe. Yeah, Sam Gay was the town's first sheriff. So when the railroad donated land for this city cemetery, people buried the dead in a small, before that, like I read on the sign, people buried their dead in a small family plots or public land just north of the railroad-owned Las Vegas Ranch. This is the oldest cemetery, and was officially added to the National Register of Historic Places in 2006. $1954. Looks like these are all family here. The Montesano family. I just tried looking up on my phone, and I thought I saw her on a video I watched of street names in Las Vegas recently. Russell, this could be the, Russell Road is named after. That guy right there. Could be wrong. It's Dexter Morgan's father. (1888 to 1931). These random ones right here. 1932. Tomiyasu here. I think it's Bill Tomiyasu here. He had land out here, which is by Wayne Newton's mansion. That part marks the edge, which at one point was this guy's farm. He arrived in Las Vegas, I believe it was in 1914, provided produce to all the groceries out here, Nellis Air Force, etc. Much of the food that was in the Las Vegas grocery stores back then came from this gentleman right here. Obviously I have other family members right here. Daughter, looks like. It's named after Charles Belknap Henderson. Not sure if he's buried here. It could be family members. All right, we have J.T. McWilliams here. He designed this cemetery actually, and was also more well known for designing the original Las Vegas town site, which is basically now the West Side, historic West Side. He lost out to William Clark, which is named Clark County after him. Basically, William Clark had more of the backing of the railroad and water rights, and him and McWilliams were battling out. There was Walter Bracken, who is buried somewhere here, who was J.T. McWilliams' longtime rival. But yeah, J.T. Williams, it's a long-standing history here in Las Vegas, basically designed this cemetery and designed the historic West Side, which eventually was going to be like the plot out for, I guess, the Las Vegas area. But it became Clark County instead. $1927. This is crazy to think about. This stone has been here since then. Here we have two Civil War veterans that fought on opposing sides. Joseph Moore Graham, 1917. And we got William Boone Keith, 1920. Dedicated November 8th, 1997 by the Daughters of the Union Veterans of the Civil War. 1079. William Keith and Joseph Graham moved to Las Vegas after the war. They both came out here for a fresh start in the West after the war. The pair met here and became best friends and decided to be buried next to each other. It has been said that this is the only place west of the Mississippi where you'll find a Union and Confederate soldier purposely buried next to one another. The monument is dedicated to all Civil War veterans in southern Nevada. Here we have Mike Landers. He died constructing the Hoover Dam. Hoover Dam workers passing away on the job was not something that was unusual. At least 96 people died building the Hoover Dam. The majority of the people died there were buried in Boulder City. And why Mike Landers is buried 30 miles away here in Las Vegas still stays a mystery. At the age of 42, he gave his life while constructing the world's largest dam and national historic landmark known as the Hoover Dam. In memory of the unknown African American souls that were found outside of the cemetery during construction of the streets that are the surrounding areas. The bench of the unknown souls. In the beginning of this cemetery's history, African Americans did not get to choose where they were buried. The management would decide that for them. And then in 1930, the African American community decided to rally to have a particular section of this cemetery where they would know their loved ones were buried. It's not only to honor the African Americans buried in this section, but also the unnamed bodies found outside of the cemetery's perimeter during road construction. Those people are now properly buried inside the cemetery gates and walls.